Hello, everyone. I'm back at it again. This time we are going to go through all of the vocab for WaniKani Level 4. I'm going to break this up into two parts because there's 100 some total. So I'm putting about 55, 57-ish in each part. But let's not dilly-dally. The first thing we have here is tanin, meaning another person's. Kind of got that alligator radical and the neen for person, like we used for like leader with the alligator thing or other. Another person just stole your taco and your Nintendo, your tanin. This complete stranger just walked up and looked at your taco and your Nintendo console and took it straight out of your hands. Yoink. Tanin. Another person. Come on. There we go. I should know. Zo is elephant. One Piece fans should be familiar with that, so that's gonna explain why we've got this imagery here. So as soon as, and we have the repeater kanji here, so it's so for the first part, and then so again. So as soon as possible. I also kind of think it looks like a sunflower. That like so kanji. So we've got him moving quickly, as soon as he can through this field of sunflowers. Got this elephant, this so. Atmosphere, taiki. Imagine an atmosphere consisting entirely of ties and keys floating around. The ties are getting tangled together, and the keys keep bashing on your head. Bring back the normal atmosphere. This one's horrible. Taiki, atmosphere. Baby, akachan. So we know that aka by itself means red. So you put a little chan at the end as a little red baby boy. Chan is the honorific you put on a child's name. So who is this mysterious child you're calling red? When a baby is born, what color are they? You got it. They were all red. And because you want to be nice and cute, you add chan to it. That's why akachan is baby. Bamboo, take. We've seen this before. You just take that candy from that bamboo. You take it, you take it. Also, the kanji itself kind of looks like two pieces of bamboo, so this one's not too difficult, I think. Boy, shonen. So I was thinking, there's a good chance if you're listening to this, you might be familiar with Shonen Jump and Shonen anime and manga in general. Naruto, one of the more popular shonen characters. Right now, he's showing you this bug. He got very juvenile activity, catching bugs, showing them off. He's showing you shonen for boy. Also, I tend to get all the readings for girl confused with like Joshi, and Onako and Shoujo and all the like. But having this the like few kanji and then this other one, it's like the same format for shoujo. So I think this will kind of help cement that shio part of it. Shonen for boy. Bamboo shoot is takenoko. So we've seen take before. Ko meaning child, and it's got it spelled out for us here. We have a no. I always think it kind of looks like a no smoking sign. And then ko at the end. So takenoko for bamboo shoot. What is a bamboo child? That would be a bamboo baby, because baby bamboo doesn't really make sense. We'll call this a bamboo shoot. Bold letter, futoji. So what do you think a fat letter is? If I were to guess, I'd say it's a bold letter. So we had futo before. It's kind of like the person with the drop on them. And we had G, which was the kid on the roof with Jesus. So this would futoji is a fat letter, which equates to being bold. Bold character, bold text, bold face is a bold letter. Got this letter on the train, taking up a lot of space because he's a big dude. Big dude. B for bold. No, why he's got the Bitcoin bits going on for currency. Don't worry about that. Futoji for bold letter. Bug, mushi. We've seen this before. Don't mushi the mantis. By the end of the year, nen nai. So year by itself, I think would be like nen. Like if you're referring to like how many years someone has in schools, I think you use nensai. So by the end of the year, we have that in the middle kanji, which we had that thing with Remy the rat before. It was on your head with the knife, that nai. So we've got year, nen, also the same nen that we have in shonen, I believe, and then nai, nen nai, end of the year. Calf, ko ushi. So if ushi was cow before, and this one's a baby cow, a ko, so it was a calf. Ko ushi, baby cow, calf. Kam, teki. So it uses flat and then energy, and I was trying to think what is flat, and I was thinking about pancakes. So we've got this power plant that runs on pancakes. Ki by itself is energy, and te is flat. So teki would be flat energy, which in practice that would be being calm, being cool, being all right, being daijobu. You know what I'm saying? Calm, teki. Car, kuruma. Good chance you've seen this one around before. One of the earlier, I think, bits of Japanese vocab. But you visit your mom who lives inside of a car. It's sad and you feel bad. The first thing that pops out of your mouth is kuruma, because you don't know what else to say about your mom's living situation. Be sure to sort of cut off the last letters of the first two words. Something like kuruma, kuruma. Sad thing is, there's only one room in this car, and your mom calls it home. Kuruma. Center, chuo. So we have chu, meaning to be in the middle of, and then o being king. So I was thinking about a king with like a bindi, and he's chewing something. He's the chewing king, the chuo. Very central, to be right in the middle of things. And this is kind of the middle of the middle, if you will. Chuo, center. Character, G. I think we've seen this before. Got a kid on the hill, or on the roof. It's got the roof radical on top of the boy. So the boy's on top of the roof. Otherwise, I guess he'd be in the house. Well, he's holding up this letter. It's got the letter J on it for Jesus. G for character, as in like for text. It also refers to a kanji character or a symbol. G. Ear, Mimi. This is Mimi. Mimi's pointing out her ear. We've seen this before. Not gonna waste too much time on it. Hayai for early. I've heard anime characters say this quite a lot when someone zooms around. They're like, "Wow, he's fast." They're like, "Hayai." You're fast. You're early. Your chop comes down onto your opponent's neck quickly. As you chop him, you'll yell, "Hiya!" Hayai, fast. Got Sonic here. Again, I think this kind of like so kanji looks like sunflower, but he's being fast about it. And not necessarily a chop, more a punch to the neck, but don't worry about that. Hayai. That's this guy's reaction when Sonic reaches his neck. Energy, Genki. Dragon Ball fans probably familiar with the Genki Dama, but here it's a kind of a different energy. Well, literally, yeah. It's got origin in front of it, and then it has energy. So the origin of your energy, if you would, yeah. But the reading would be the same, I believe. So it's still just Genki. Well, I guess ki would be energy by itself. So Genki is that kind of central energy. Expert, Meijin. Did you know that every expert has their own pair of Mei jeans? A true master of anything has a specific pair of jeans that they only wear in the month of May. That's what makes them so good at what they do. They got them mages. Look at this dude. You know, whatever he does, he's good at it, and he's got those genes to show it off. Meiji. Feeling. Ki-bun. So I was thinking of another character who kind of shows off their ki. We got Gon from Hunter x Hunter. And he's eating a bun, and he's feeling good about it. Part of your energy is your feeling or your mood. Just think of it like you're breaking up your energy into parts. One part is sugar, giving you the energy. Another part is your happiness. So when you combine these two together, you get your mood or your feelings. Kibu for feeling. Fireworks. Hanabi. Flower fire. What looks like the flowers on fire. That would be fireworks. Pretty literal here. Fireworks look like flowers. I believe that was their original intent. So we've got Hana, and we've got the kanji for fire. So it's really only a matter of remembering that the fire on here makes these fireworks, and they're flower themed. Hanabi. This is Hannah. She's looking at the flowers and the fireworks. Hanabi. First of all, Mazu. So these guys are at. It means first of all, and they're starting off this race. First off, they're right at the beginning of it. So the kanji by itself means previous, and this is an adverb version of that word. It's a little thing you can begin sentences with. You can start your sentences with previous, but you can start it with first of all, or to start with. So we've got Mazu, and they're running through this maze. First of all, you have to make it through the maze. First year student, Ichi Nensei. So we have the nen coming back in here. We got sei for what age, I believe it is what it would be here, or life in this case. I think with this kanji. You'd maybe think this just means 1 year of life, but it means a first year student. A second year student is ninensei, and so on. Just think about how crazy the Japanese are about school. You can see why school is life and not life itself, making this vocab first year student. Give them an itchy sweater to kind of cement that itchy energy. She's a first year student in an itchy sweater. Ichi nensei. 500. Go hyaku. I don't think this has come up just yet, but at one point it gives us 100 by itself, and it describes Goofy going like hyaku. So that's gonna be 100 from here on out, folks. Now he's got $500. 5 being go, 100 hyaku for Goofy. Go hyaku. Flat. Taira. So this is the adjective version. I think he is flat by itself, but something is very flat. Perhaps someone who doesn't eat much, like a model. Which model? Let's imagine it's Tyra Banks. Tyra. I was thinking about. I'm like, what's a flat character? Gave her pancakes to cement the idea. I was trying to have it generate Konata Izumi from Lucky Star, but this'll do just fine. This is as close as we can get with the AI. Taira, flat. Flower, Hana. We've seen this a few times in a few permutations. Not gonna stress over this one too much. Made from the radicals for flower, leader, and spoon. Hana. Foot, ashi. If you remember in the radical and kanji mnemonic, you kick someone with your foot, but what happens after you kick them? Turns out they were made of fire, and you just burned your foot off, turning it into ashes. Ashi. Imagine this happening. We got that flaming kick, kind of a falcon kicky kind of energy. It looks like a foot. We've got the dude kicking out, kind of looks like the kanji. Don't know why his head's turned like that. Don't worry about that. Ashi, foot. How we doing on time this far? So far, so good. 4th day. Yoka. We've seen this before. On the 4th day of being lost in the wilderness, you start yelling, "Yo, car!" out of desperation, never getting an answer. You keep marching on, occasionally yelling, "Yo, car!" but no car ever comes to help you. The car's behind him the whole time. What the heck? Yotsu, four things. Thinking about Yotsuba with this one. Uh, she's got the four little hair ties going on here. Kind of try to add this back into this image, holding up four fingers. Yotsu, four things. Goodbye, sayonara. Uh, pretty well proliferated through the English language, if you will. Iconic scene for me, since I'm always thinking about Sonic Adventure 2. Uh, Shadow getting blasted off, probably gonna die. Telling him sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog. Sayonara, saw you at Nara. Um, but notably, probably don't want to say goodbye with this word too often. Kind of more serious than a normal goodbye. Um, Formal way to say goodbye. Quick tip: sayonara often drops its middle u sound, so more sayonara than sayonara. Anyway, moving on. Kori, or yeah, Kori for ice. We got Cory in the house, frozen in ice. What do you do? Kori, ice. Maru Goto for in its entirety. Maru being circle by itself, and Goto is written straight out directly. Got the modifier on the ko to make it go. Uh, Eating an apple whole, reading the whole book, doing it in its entirety. Mario Maru Goto. Noto for notebook, excuse me. So we just have like an extended O sound here. Got like Yagami writing in that Death Noto notebook. Go for number. We got Grandpa Goichi. And you can think of the kanji looking like he's on his desk, kind of pointing to that calculator while he's crunching the numbers. He is in prison. Don't worry about that too much. This is go for number. 40. Yonju. We got these four Jewish fellas. You could say they're each worth 10, I guess, in this example. You got 4. And then Ju is the cross. Yonju for 40. 400. We got Goofy back here again with Yon Hyaku. Holding up 4 fingers. Holding up $100 bill. Got 4 of those. That's 4 Hyakus. 4,000. Yonsen. I think it sounds kind of like onsen. So we've got these 4 monkeys. Each monkey's lived 1,000 lives, you could say, with how energetic and eccentric they are. So we got Yonsen for 4,000. Good evening. Konbanwa. Cries your friend as you just say good evening. There's a report on the evening news about a con ban. Yes, that's a ban on conning people. Wow, exciting stuff. You can use konbanwa as a greeting from around 5 or 6 p.m. in both formal and informal situations. Watch out for the wa on the end, which is pronounced wa here too. Or I guess it would be a ha, but we're pronouncing it wa. Kobanwa for good evening. The imagery, we've got a dude in jail. He's a con man and he has been banned. We're going to interview him, report on this ban. Konbanwa, good evening. Head of household, Shujin. So, in Japan, tradition says the head of the household must slide down a chute in only jeans. Whenever you need to speak to the head of the household, they'll come down a chute wearing nothing but jeans. What a sight. So this guy's the head of the patriarchy. He's a king. Kind of has that old type kanji. Got a little drop on him. I think that's mastered by itself, but don't worry about that. Think of it as representing the drop of water as he's coming down this chute, this water slide in his jeans. It's huge. Holiday. Kyujitsu. Every holiday. Excuse me. You eat not 1, but 2 cucumbers. Gee, 2? Take it easy. Kyujitsu. QG2. For holiday. That's why it's Christmas, by the way. 100. Here we go. Hyaku. So I think it tries to use this leaf radical on top of moon, and the ground is, I think, the way it constructs it with its radicals. You fly close, counting all 100 leaves. When you hear a strange sound, you take off your space helmet and hear Hyaku. You know that laugh. It's Goofy. On top of the 100th leaf is Goofy laughing and waving around. He must have built this leaf tower to get your attention. Imagine hearing Goofy yuck over and over after you save him from being stranded on the sun. How would you feel being stuck in a cramped ship with laughing Goofy and his 100 leaves? Oh, you thought he would leave this behind? Nope. They saved him, so you have to take them back too. Happy travels. Hyaku for 100. Injustice. Fusei. So we had this Fubu fool before, but he's being unjustly put in prison. The fu was for not, and then the second kanji is correct. Something that's not correct is an injustice. Fusei. Inside the car. Shianai. So Shia for car, we had that like shaman imagery before. We have Nai, which was that kind of Remy the rat with the knife on your head inside the hat kind of situation. So now we're inside the car. Got a shaman inside the car. Shianai. Next we got Jewel. Hoseki. If you're familiar with the series Land of the Lustrous, kind of Steven Universe-y, they got a bunch of jewel people going about. That show's Japanese title is Hoseki no Kuni, referencing the jewel. So it's made from treasure and stone. So what's a treasure stone? It's a valuable jewel. Knuckles is a treasure hunter. He collects jewels. He's got a jewel right here. Hoseki. Last month, Sengetsu. So we've got the centaur here, and we've got month with the moon. As of last month, your centaur gets up every night and comes to sleep in your bed. Apparently, he gets really bad nightmares. Poor little centaur. Got some milk to calm the centaur down. Sengetsu. The centaur gets in your bed. Last month, Kyonen. So we have the shonen, we got Gon. And Gon controls Nen power, right? So it's made from previous, which I think kind of looks like a pagoda. We were using Kyoto before. And then we have that Nen, the same one that we use in shonen, meaning year. So we got Gon looking at autumn last year. Nostalgic photo for him. Kyonen. Left hand. Hidarite. So this one's pretty straightforward. It's just left and it's hand. We have Luigi here. He's holding up that L shape. You can only really do that with your left hand. Luigi's not a loser though. He's always a winner, a king in my eyes. He's got the TV beside him because we use that te with the television before to cement that imagery. Hidarite, left hand. Letter, this being of the alphabet, being moji. So kind of like an emoji, but without the emotion. It's just a letter by itself. We got Mo from The Simpsons. He's holding up this letter. You know all of the letters of the alphabet only because of Mo. If it wasn't for your buddy Mo teaching you all the letters, you probably wouldn't even be able to read today. Thanks, Mo. Moji. Same G that we had on the roof with the boy and Jesus. Mo coming back again. Omoni for mainly. You mainly spend your time talking to your master, Mo, but you mainly address him like, "Oh, Mo the Great." Oh, Mo, that's because he's above you. Imagine yourself saying, "Oh, Mo the Great," as you walk into his room, bowing low. Maybe you're even kneeling. It's got knee right beside it. Kneeling before Mo. "Oh, Mo," and then you kneel on your knee. Oh, Mo, mainly. Man, Otoko. I was thinking about Otacon from Metal Gear. So we got Otacon here working on a car. There is a man. Think of the manliest man you can. He works in an auto shop. As a child, he was an auto child, an otoko, working at the auto shop from an early age. This turned him into a man very quickly. Otoko for man. Kanji and word are exactly the same. That means they share the same meaning. Just be aware that this word used alone can sound a bit rude. You'll learn a more neutral option very soon. Method. Shikata. I've heard the expression, and I think this is related. I could be wrong, but I've heard people be like, shikata kanai, for like, it can't be helped, and maybe it's like, there's no method to do this. Maybe that's more literal. I'm not sure. I could be fully wrong here. But meth, think about Walter White. The AI didn't like generating Walter White, so we took another image of Walter White. I hope the author of this image understands. But the doing way is basically a way of doing something. So we've got way and do. More simply put, this is the method. What's your way of doing this? No. What's your method? There we go. Shikata, method. Walter White. Million. Hyaku man. So we had Hyaku for Goofy before, but what if it was like a Hyaku-centered superhero, a millionaire at that? We would have Hyaku man for million. Month before last, Sengetsu, or Sengetsu, excuse me. We have the Noma for the repeater here. So we've got two centaurs looking up at the moon last month. Very, very romantic imagery. These unicorn men, these centaurs, they love each other. Sengetsu. Tsukimi for moon viewing. So in Avatar: The Last Airbender, we got Sokka and Suki. He has a past with the moon. So we got that Tsukimi. When you moon see something, you're doing a moon viewing. Think back to the word getsu, which used the what is this? Usa reading? Oh, the Suki reading. Combine these two together, you have Suki me. If you're watching that with me. Your name is just Na. I think this image kind of looks like the art from the film Your Name. Just this dude looking up being like, nah. Yeah. Not too much here. It's the same kanji that we had for the May lips, I think. For May being another reading for name. But this one is just Na. And you know what? That's the last one of this batch. I'll come back again maybe tomorrow with that second set. But thanks for listening.